Call the June 5th Planning and Zoning Commission workshop to order. Somebody going to present for us tonight?
Howdy, everyone. Good to see you. We got a pretty light agenda this month, so we'll go ahead and jump right into that. Under old business, we have the 306 Narrowleaf Drive Shed conditional use permit. Staff is recommending that this item be withdrawn. That is no longer necessary due to some of the code changes that recently went through with the expanding of the shed size, and the CUP is actually no longer an option as well, but he wouldn't need it with the size that he proposed. New business item number 1, this is a preliminary plat for 311 South Main Street, splitting an existing lot into 2 lots. This is the old Bank of America building. It is speculative at this time. There are no development plans that we have heard of, and staff is recommending approval with no conditions. And here you can see I circled in red where that new property line is going to be. Any questions on this one?
Seeing none, go ahead.
All right. Item 2, we've got a conditional use permit for 1120 Technology Drive, Suite 119. Sale and service of alcohol by the drink. This is for East Coast Pizza. They have a couple other locations in the area. There's one in Chesterfield. I've had it. It's pretty good. Recommend going there once they open. Staff is recommending approval with the standard restaurant conditions on this one. Any questions on this item?
Seeing none, go ahead.
All right. Item 3, we've got a final site plan for the Montrachet Commercial West Lot A. This is a 6,450 square foot medical spa. It's going right next to the dentist that was approved a couple months ago. Staff is recommending approval. We do have a couple conditions on this one. One would be to extend the trail to the western property line, as well as provide fire district, MDNR, sanitary, and water district approval. Here we can see kind of the zoomed out view with the dentist right there that was approved, and then this is the new building right here. Bit of a zoomed in view. You can see that they are sharing entrances off of the outer road there. And then there's another one down this way that'll attaches to Montrachet Drive. And this is what it will look like. Any questions on this item?
Seeing none, go ahead.
All right. Next item, we've got a conditional use permit for a commercial recreation facility at 6707 Keaton Corporate Parkway. This is for a volleyball league and training facility. The typical hours of operation during the regular season will be about 4 to 10 p.m., and they are proposing 5 volleyball courts inside the building for Phase 1, and then a 6th court and additional bathrooms will be added with Phase 2, and right now they're expecting Phase 2 to be probably late 2026. They're also planning on adding 20 to 25 additional parking spaces, and that would be done around December of this year. And they're estimating a peak parking need of about 175 to 200 spaces, and once they stripe those additional spaces, they'll be at about 230 to 235, depending on exactly how much room that they do have. Staff is recommending approval with our standard conditional use permit conditions, as well as a plan prepared by a licensed architect shall be required prior to any work being done, and provide a striping plan for the new parking spaces. You can see this is the Phase 1 plan, and then you can't really see it on here, but back in that area behind the building, there's a loading dock, and that is where they're proposing those additional parking spaces. So you can see the 5 volleyball courts, that's with Phase 1. There are some existing restrooms up there that will be replaced. We'll show you Phase 2 in just a second. There's some more restrooms over there, and then some office area, training room, and then there's a small cafe over there. No food prepared on site, they said. It's going to be mostly ready-made type of stuff. Here's Phase 2 with that 6th court, and then the expanded bathrooms. They had to remove the ones that were right there to fit the 6th one, and a little storage room back there as well. Any questions on this one?
Mayor?
Are they keeping the restroom in Phase 1?
Yeah, so there are...
I know the restrooms are farther down, but the ones that are there, are they keeping that until...
As far as we know, yes. These will remain there, as well as there's a couple more down here to make use of. Building division has reviewed the number of restrooms, and they said the number that they have right now is fine. It meets code.
As long as they keep that one?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Howard?
Yes, sir. With this additional traffic that we're going to add onto this street, are they going to upgrade this street to city standards with lighting, signage, and?
It is a city street right now. It's maintained by the city. And to the best of my knowledge, it is up to city standards. I mean, there might be a couple of things that need patching here and there, but to the best of my knowledge, it is up to current city standards.
From my understanding, it was built to county standards and don't have the proper lighting or signage.
There is a street sign out on the end. It is pretty small. It's on the stop sign out there, but yeah, there might not be any lighting. That might be the case.
So there's no plans to upgrade the street?
Not at this time, no.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Seeing none, go ahead.
All right. And the item number 5, this is the Pinewood Place apartment expansion, which you all saw last year. It has since expired. It sounds like they were just waiting on some funding to come through, and it finally did come through, so now they're ready to get going on that. It's a 30-unit expansion to the apartment complex on Tom Ginevra there. It's the same plan as last year, with the exception of a slightly modified entrance. It is straight now. It used to kind of curve off to the side, but it has been straightened off, which sounds like when engineering looked at that, they actually liked that straight path a little bit better. So that's good to see that change. And we're recommending approval with the same conditions from last year. And here is what the building will look like. Any questions on this one?
Mayor?
Are they keeping the house?
Yes, that is going to be their leasing
It's
office.
going to be their leasing office. They're going to do any upgrades to that house?
I don't have any knowledge of that. They might be. I think there was some certain maybe ADA limitations that prevented them from like using the upstairs as a public space. I think I remember that maybe from last year. But the first floor for sure will be the leasing office.
Okay, I just want to I'll ask them because I remember last year they were going to do some upgrades on that house.
I believe that was correct.
Okay, thanks.
And that is the end of the agenda for tonight.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right.
We'll close the workshop and come back to order at 7. Thank you. Anyone? I'd like to call the June 5th Planning and Zoning Commission meeting to order. Prior to the roll call, I would like to introduce our newest City Council liaison, Mr. Steve Cascella. And we have a new board member from Ward 1, Calvin Callan. Welcome. If you'll call the roll, please.
Sure. Vice Chairperson Nunnery,
Present.
Chairperson Carolyn Thomas,
Excused.
Mayor Hennessy,
Present.
Councilman Cascella,
Present.
Commissioner Howard,
Present?
Commissioner Seymour,
Present.
Commissioner Nager,
Present.
Commissioner Baust,
Excused.
Commissioner Heath,
Present.
Commissioner Lammers,
Present.
Commissioner Link,
Present.
Commissioner Eggmeyer,
Present.
Commissioner Holting.
Present.
Mayor, would you lead us in the pledge?
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'll now open for citizens' comments. We did not have anyone fill out a citizen comment card, so I'll now close the citizen comments. Sir? Oh, yeah, well, I'm trying to go fast. Need a motion and a second for approval of the agenda that you have in front of you tonight?
I'll move, Howard. Second, Seymour.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Excuse me, we're going to vote electronically. See, I should have done it my way. Motion passes. Under old business, we have one item, request for consideration motion for recommendation to City Council regarding conditional use permit for 306 Narrow Leaf Lane, Leon Brown, property owner. Proposed use shed that exceeds 150 square feet. I need a motion and a second to remove this from the table.
Motion to withdraw, Link.
Second, Howard.
All in favor, cast your votes. Motion passes. This item has been withdrawn and there will be no further action from the commission. New business, 311 South Main Street. It's a public hearing for preliminary plat at 311 South Main Street and a request for consideration and motion of action on the preliminary plat for property at 311 South Main Street. Cecil Mueller, contract purchaser, proposed use, a two-lot commercial subdivision. Do we have someone to present this to the commission? If you'll give us your name and address, please, sir.
Robert Sissel, 5530 Salt River Road. It's pretty straightforward. We're just subdividing our lot. The property owner next door will end up increasing his lot and keep the parking and then maintain that lot. And then we'll keep everything else from the former Bank of America.
Okay, does anyone have any questions at the moment? Mayor?
Bob, are they tearing down the drive up?
No, that's up to him. So, yeah, I mean, that's part of the property he's purchasing, so
Okay.
I'm not.
So he's gonna purchase it and then he'll probably just tear
He
it.
will do what, yes, yeah. He may improve it, he may tear it down.
Okay.
Yep,
Thanks, sir.
yes.
At this point, I'll close the public comment. We had no one fill out a request card. Is there any further questions or discussion on this matter from the commission? Do I have a
Motion to approve per staff recommendations, Hennessy.
Second, Seymour.
have a motion and a second for a request for preliminary plat for the property at 311 South Main Street. Proposed use, two-lot commercial subdivision. Please cast your votes.
Voting is closed.
Motion passes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next item is 1120 Technology Drive. It's a public comment for conditional use permit. Request for consideration, motion of action on the conditional use permit for property at 1120 Technology Drive, Suite 119, East Coast Pizza, Epic Hospitality, LLC, as a contract purchaser. Proposed use, sale, and service of alcoholic beverages by the drink. Do we have someone to present this to the commission?
Hi there.
Can you give us your name and address, sir?
Josh Mathis, 156 Eagle Fork Drive, Moscow Mills, Missouri.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about what you want to do with this?
Well, first of all, thank you for having us here, and we're excited to be a part of the OFallon community. We offer pizza in a family-friendly environment with the ability to purchase alcohol, beer, mainly beer and wine. So nothing real crazy. We are directed mainly towards sports and athletic teams and youth sports and things like that. So we have one other location out in Chesterfield, Missouri, right at Boone's Crossing, which is very similar to what we're going to be doing in the O'Fallon location off of Technology. So
What will your hours of operation be?
our hours of operation are Monday through Thursday from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. Saturday and Sunday from 11 till 10, or I'm sorry, Friday and Saturday from 11 until 10, and then Sunday from 11 till 8 p.m.
Okay. Has anyone got any questions? Mayor?
Thick crust or thin crust or both?
It is a hand toss.
Hand toss?
Yeah, so it's a traditional New York style recipe's a New Jersey recipe, and yeah, so it's hand tossed. It's kind of in between both.
Okay.
So come out, we'll give you a piece.
Thanks.
Any other questions from the commission? Seeing none, I'll close the public comment. No one turned in a comment card. Are there any other questions?
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Mr. Seymour.
So what's your ETA there?
So we are looking currently at a late August soft opening and then a 1st of September grand opening that's our desire, is to be right in that sweet spot there. So
Great, thank you, sir.
Yep.
I wish you good luck too.
thank you, I appreciate it. We're glad to be a part of the community. It's been a long time coming. Been looking at this spot for a while.
Any other questions or comments? I need a motion.
Motion to approve for staff recommendations, Charlie Nagar.
Second, Howard.
Have a motion and a second for request motion of action on a conditional use permit for property at 1120 Technology Drive, Suite 119, East Coast Pizza, Epic Hospitality LLC, contract purchaser, proposed use, sale, and service of alcoholic beverages by the drink. Please cast your votes.
Voting is closed.
Motion passes.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir. Third item on the agenda tonight is Lot A of the Villages of Montrachet, West Commercial. It's a request and consideration motion for action on a final site plan for Lot A of the Villages of Montrachet, West Commercial, Dick Herber Farms Partnership LP, property owner, Lauren Pohl, contract purchaser, proposed use medical spa. Do we have someone to present this to the commission? Give us your name and address, please.
Good evening. I'm Mike Miners with St. Charles Engineering and Surveying. I'm representing Pulley Properties, who have purchased 2.6 acres, 66 acres. It's at the intersection of Montrachet Drive and the South Outer Road for 364. As you're probably familiar, her lot is the longer lot to the left of the exhibit. The dentist office is in the upper right corner of the divided land, and the dentist has a second lot to the south of the lot that he's developing. This depicts the dental office on one lot, his other lot, and Pulley Properties property to the left. The front lot will be where Pulley Properties develops an office building for Modern Med West, and then we'll divide the property, hopefully, if approved, with the second lot that will be developed in the future to the south. This depicts the actual proposed improvements for the Pulley property. They'll share the entrance as explained previously by the staff from the outer road for 364, a shared entrance that allowed them to turn right or left as they come into the entrance. And then in addition, on the south end of the Pulley property and the Pulley development and the dental office, there'll be another drive lane that goes to Montache Drive. This is a grading plan that kind of depicts how the site will be graded. Be a trash enclosure and just some other details. We do have a landscape plan that was submitted that complies with the requirements of the landscape ordinance. We have a lighting plan that we've gone through and met the requirements of the city. Provide copies of the fixtures and the poles. And someone from the architect's office is here that I think would be better to explain the architecture.
If you'll give us your name and address, please.
Sure. It's Christiana Johannemeyer, and my address is 8038 LaFawn Place, 63130.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for having us. So Modern Med building is going to be a 5,000 square foot office building. It'll be divided into two spaces. One would be a med spa, and the other side is for potential medical uniform retail space and storage. And it's currently a kind of a square-shaped building, as you can see, and the front is going to have the wow factor from the Montache Street. So currently, it's going to be the front of the building would be in wood trespa panel. Oh, thank you. Let me show you some renderings here. So this here is the top of the drawing. Here is our front facade. And then the second one, it's going to be the east, the third is the west, and the bottom is the south. I'll show you a little bit more of the renderings to kind of give you the idea of scale. Okay, so the front of the building, we're going to have a little canopy that's going to be in a white trespa metal panel, and that dark horizontal band that goes across underneath the canopy would be in a wood look trespa metal panel. All three other sides wrapping around the building, we're going to be a white ephes to save on cost. And I have a little material board here if you want to see any of the finishes up close. It's a little bit harder to see on how the rendering renders the space. So a lot of glass. Here's another view. So here you can see to the far left, you'll see where the ephes part of the building takes shape. We're going to have some nice lines to kind of align with the windows and just kind of make it a little bit dressier. But it's black and white to go with the brand of the client. And there's our finishes. So I can go back. That's our site plan. Yep. That's it. Yeah, okay. Any questions for me at all?
Any questions from the commission? Commissioner?
Yeah, what is LUMED? I see Modern Med on one side and LUMED on the other.
Sure. You want me to address it, or you want to come up and say something? We actually have the owner here of the building that can give you all the scoop on that.
If you give us your name and address, please.
Hi, I'm Lauren Poley, address 216 Townsend Street. Thank you. LUMED is a uniform company that I started. I'm not sure if I am going to make a retail section with LUMED in this building or if I'm going to maybe put it up for rent, but the main goal is to get Modern Med, and this will be my second location. So getting Modern Med out west is the priority for this building, and then deciding what I'm going to do with that space. But it's just scrubs that they wear in the hospital that I created my own brand of scrubs.
Thank you.
Any other questions from the commission? Mr. Howard?
Thanks, sir. The parapet wall, is it going to be tall enough to conceal the air conditionings? Are they
The last sheet.
mechanicals?
Go ahead.
Oh, you want to address it? Okay. At the moment, we're still undecided with the MEP if we're going to put it on the back of the building, on the ground, or if we have to put it on the roof. And if we do have to put it on the roof, we will conceal it with some kind of screen.
Is there going to be a connection provided between the trail along 364 and the building?
We did not show a sidewalk there. We could.
typically, we have a connection between the building and the trails so that,
No, there's no ditch. It's just right next to the parking lot. We could easily put a sidewalk from the trail to the parking lot.
thank you.
Commissioner Knox.
Sir, good afternoon. So being a spa, how many clients are you going to be able to take care of at one time? How many rooms you have for all that?
In my Crestwood location, we have 11 rooms, not that they're all occupied at the same time. This location is going to be a little bit smaller. I think we have like 9 rooms in there now. But usually the appointments last anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, and it's one person at a time.
And what are the hours of operation for this?
Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., and then Saturday is 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Thank you, ma'am.
Any other questions, comments? Seeing none, do we have a motion?
Make a recommendation of approval based upon staff conditions. Howard.
Second, Charlie Nagar.
We have a motion and a second for action on a final site plan for Lot A of the Villages of Montrachet West Commercial, Dick Herber Farms Partnership LP, property owner, Lauren Pohl, contract purchaser, proposed use medical spa. Please cast your votes.
Voting is closed.
Motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a good night. Is that yours? Is that yours?
Next item is 6707 Keaton Corporate Parkway. It's a public comment for conditional use permit. Request for consideration and motion for recommendation to the City Council regarding a conditional use permit for property at 6707 Keaton Corporate Parkway, League One Volleyball contract purchaser, proposed use commercial recreation facility. Do we have someone to present this to the commission?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Sam Beffa, Carmen McDonald, 120 South Central Avenue, Suite 1800, St. Louis, Missouri, 63105. I'm here on behalf of the League One Volleyball. Really exciting use. Don't really see this as often as I'm here, but really excited. Just echo what staff said, ample parking, hours align with off hours for normal businesses. Don't really expect much competing use there. I think it's going to bring a lot of people in, a lot of families in, a lot of kids, a lot of hungry kids, a lot of paying parents. So really excited about that. I want to invite up Eric Schultz from League One, who flew in. Kind of give you an overview of the operation aspect of it, but happy to answer any questions the commission may have. Thank you.
Thank you. Would you give us your name and address, please?
Sure. Eric Schultz, 3706 Jacobson Drive, Wonder Lake, Illinois, representing League One Volleyball. I appreciate you guys having us here. I designed this in a different presentation, so I'm going to just make sure I don't screw it up. Here we go. League One Volleyball is a youth to pro organization that started about 4 years ago. We currently are operating 65 youth volleyball clubs across the country in 79 locations. We have 1,850 teams that operate under those clubs, 20,000 players and 3,000 coaches. We offer a lot of different services to our clubs that kind of differentiate us from the normal volleyball clubs that are kind of operated independently. We also launched this past season. Our pro league was in their first year here. It started back in January. We opened up in 6 cities across the country. We have quite a bit of the highest level players in the world. In our first year, we were compared to one of the top 3 leagues in the world right out of the chute. Here, we will be doing business as G3 Volleyball. This is a name and branding that we've come up with for the volleyball club here in St. Louis, or in O'Fallon. This will be the first Love Club in the St. Louis area. We don't know that there will be more or not, but this is the one that we have identified. My role in the company is to develop brand new clubs. We also acquire clubs, but we identified St. Louis as an opportunity in this area here in O'Fallon to develop a new club from scratch. Our timeline, we are looking, we will conduct our tryouts in the summer here at an alternate site. Assuming we are able to get approved, we would like to open the facility in November, conduct our preseason training. Practices would kick off in December. And then we will have some occasional weekend tournaments starting in January of 26. I'll stop there.
Mayor?
You gonna have tournaments coming in?
Yeah, well, the intention is to have a small number of tournaments from January to April.
So folks from coming out of town?
Yes.
So have you checked with the hotels that are down?
We haven't gotten into that. When we say out of town, generally speaking, the types of tournaments we would be hosting, they would be considered regional, so they'd be not necessarily destination overnight all the time. Most of the events would be people within an hour to hour and a half drive. There would be occasional need for hotels, but it won't be anything where we're going to be bringing in 10,000.
Well, if you do, I would suggest you get with the hotels
for sure.
They're surrounding there, because there's 4 or 5 or 6 of them. They're going in down there, and I know they would love to have your business.
Well, and we'd love to work with. We like to be good partners in each community we go into, and we would absolutely love to work with anybody in the local community there.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Commissioner Nagar.
Yes, sir. Hey, I like this project. Way to go. How many volleyball courts will you have?
In this facility, we'll start with 5, partially because there's some build-out issues with the bathrooms that were mentioned in the pre-meeting. So we'll start with 5, and we'll get up to 6. So that it allows us to run. We think this club will probably cap out at around 30 to 35 teams, representing around 350 athletes that'll be able to train there during the week. And then weekend tournaments is a little different number.
So how would you compare this venue with the other venues across the country?
Well, it's a range. It's probably in the middle. You know, I happen to operate a volleyball club up in Rockford, Illinois, that has 14 courts in it. So you see a range. So this is an aggressive starting point for us, and one that we're excited about because we believe this community can support this, and the volleyball in this area has always been considered strong nationally, and we're excited to come into this region.
Good job.
Thanks.
Any other questions from any of the members of the commission? Seeing none, I'll close the public comment because there's no cards been filed. Any other comments? Seeing none, do I have a motion?
Motion to approve for staff recommendations, Hennessy.
Second, Charlie Nagar.
Have a motion and a second for request for consideration, motion for recommendation to City Council regarding conditional use permit for property at 6707 Keaton Corporate Parkway, League One volleyball contract purchaser, proposed use of commercial recreation facility. Please cast your votes.
Voting is closed.
Motion passes. Y'all will appear before the City Council on the 19th of June. That meeting has been moved a week, so on the 19th of June.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Take care of that? Mm-hmm. All right. Next item is Pinewood Place Apartments, a request for consideration motion for action on a site plan for 811 Tom Ginevra Avenue, Whitney Capital Company Acquisitions LLC, property owner, proposed use, addition to existing apartment complex. If you give us your name and address, please.
Yes. My name's Joseph Howley. I'm with CEDC. My address is 853 Wilner Drive in University City. Have a brief PowerPoint presentation here I can bring up. I'd like to thank the Planning Commission Planning and Zoning Commission for their consideration of our site plan request, approval request tonight. This is on behalf of Pinewood Place Apartments. It's basically an expansion on a separate tract of land of the existing facility they have here in O'Fallon. The owner, property management team is Whitney Capital Company. We have Ebersol and Associates as the architect, CDC also, civil engineers. So the original complex was constructed in 1995. It's located, like I say, Tom Ginevra. It's, I think it's about 3/4 of a mile east of Main Street, I believe. It's across the street from the, there's a stadium there, a little bit across the street from that. So originally constructed in 1995, there's 72 units over there currently. I believe it's 3 buildings. And we'd like to expand onto an adjacent parcel that is a 2.25 acre parcel. There's in the staff report, it says that we're concurrently rezoning. That rezoning is actually done. We did that a little over a year ago. So the property is currently zoned R4, consistent with what we're trying to build there. It was a commercial before with a house that I'll also talk about. We're proposing 30 units to be added in 2 buildings. Most of those units are 2-bedroom units. There'll be 6 of the units will have 3 bedrooms for a total of 66 bedrooms. Aerial view of the existing conditions. You see the existing Pine Place apartments to the north and to the west. Our new area circled in yellow with the existing farm facility. There's a few outbuildings that here we'll zoom in a little more. There's an aerial view of it. The house is proposed to be kept and to be used as a leasing office, not a rental office, but a leasing facility, staff and leasing. The other outbuildings here on the site that exist will be removed. There's 2 garage structures, some pavement, a little bit of a garden there. That's all to be removed except for the house, and we'll kind of touch back on the house here in a second. Here's a look at the site plan. Just shows you which parts are not roof and pavement. The green is grass area. I should say open space, green area. 2 buildings, rectangular in shape, and the office building there to remain in the lower part. We'll have planning to have stormwater detention basins along Tom Jennifer frontage there. Just a quick look at layout, floor plan, pretty efficient little apartments. These are considered low cost, I believe is the term, or I'm not sure the actual technical term, but they're low cost housing according to the federal government. There is some federal funding involved in these units. Overall floor plan for one of the buildings. This is I believe is the building. Okay, this is the building on the. Go back to that one. This is the building on the west, and this building has, I believe, 14 units in it. And there's the upper floor of that building. It doesn't have a full upper floor. The other building has a full first floor and second floor. So one of the buildings has 2 more units than the other. Elevation look at the buildings, trying to be complementary with the existing buildings in Pinewood Place. There will be some renovations to the existing apartments to make the look more uniform. I believe there's going to be some painting and some trying to complement the colors here that we're going to propose here. But they are kind of basic colors, nothing too flashy. I'm not even sure what the name of the color is, but there's a look at the elevations, exterior elevations of both buildings. There are 2 separate entries on each building at the floor. Has kind of a walkway through area that with a stairwell there to get from each floor to the individual units. And here's a look at the existing house. Like I said, this house is to remain. The owners that are selling the place were pretty adamant they wanted this not to be taken down and removed, and Pinewood was willing to work with that. Just looking around the 4 sides of the building there. So I believe this is I think this is the east side. I believe that's I don't know. I'm not sure which sides they are. But that's my presentation. Thank you.
So you mentioned the leasing office. Is it ADA compliant?
The leasing office, I do not believe it's ADA compliant at this time. I believe they can make the bottom floor ADA compliant, but they cannot make the second floor of that leasing office ADA compliant. But I think that if they're going to have people coming in there, they're going to want to do that. I'm not sure. I'm sorry about that. Get back. If I go back, I'm just trying to look a little more at the. So I believe, I don't know if we're keeping stairs. Let me look at the site plan here real quick. Sorry for digressing. Well, we're going to have an ADA space in front of it. I think that we're planning to put a long ramp area that will make the basic entry to that building ADA compliant. But that does not mean that the second floor, as I said, would be compliant.
David, what's the city's position on that?
Yeah, having the building accessible, first floor really is all that would be, especially for a leasing office, it really should be accessible inside.
I believe that's the main reason it wasn't considered as a rental, because we couldn't make it unless there was some kind of exterior, kind of a fire exit kind of a thing, and even that would have been, I don't know how you do that on a second floor. There was no really way to put an elevator in this, so, but no, that we do, certainly, it has to be, I believe, first floor ADA accessible, and that part of the ramp there, or the sidewalk, there's a little kind of angular section of sidewalk there on the north side of the building. I believe that's what we're planning to use as a less than 5% access, then flat landings flush with the entry.
Mayor?
Ethan or David, do we have a condition that the rental office has to be ADA compliant?
We'll look real quick. But that's going to be a building code issue.
Well, I understand it's going to be a building code issue, but I'd rather have them get it on the condition that the leasing office has to be ADA compliant for the first floor.
We do not have that as a condition.
Well,
Mr. Mayor.
Joseph, they're going to have that in the on a condition that.
No, that's fine.
Okay, I just want to let you know.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't seem like there's much problem in making it basically entry ADA compliant.
I know
if it needs a little tweaking,
it's not
this
ADA
is not
compliant now.
Sure.
Right, that entire structure will be required to be brought up to current code standards, period.
Understood.
And if they're going to have it open to general public, it has to be ADA compliant.
I'll be part of the building review.
Yeah, that's going to be part of the plan review. It's going to be code enforcement will require that, so you can kind of count on that happening.
Sure.
Any other questions? Mr. Howard?
Are they going to spruce up the house? I mean, clean up the yard, the fences?
Well, as far as, you mean the house or the yard? The yard will be a complete clean sweep of everything will be removed and either re-landscaped, grassed. So it's not going to be any empty spaces or garden areas like there is now. The house itself, I think they're going to pretty much retain that look. Well,
I mean, some of the pictures you have, they're different colors. This blue on this side.
I believe that's all the same. It's just the light.
The lighting?
I think so. I don't know why they would have surfaced it in a different color. I didn't notice it. I took those pictures myself, so I didn't notice that it was. I think it's just the light, really. That in the shadow there.
You just want it to be inviting.
Excuse me?
You just want it to be an inviting place.
Pine Place obviously does too. I think that there is some negotiations with the owner that they wanted to retain something of the character. But if it looks bad, I don't think that's what they're looking for either. I don't know of any proposed major changes to the outside face of the house.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Commissioner?
I'm still curious, and do they own, the developers own this property now?
They do.
With the agreement with the seller on
there's
maintaining
nothing
this.
binding. There's nothing binding. That was just what was the intent. I mean, I guess they could go back.
So it is possible they could come back and say.
They were still living in it until recently and renting.
Oh.
The previous owners were still in residence, renting from Whitney Company. No, I'm not saying there's anything hard in writing that they're like, oh, you can't touch this for 50 years.
Okay.
You know, that's not it. But they certainly wanted the house to be left and the basic character of the house. So, yeah, I mean, I guess it's not really a striking feature, but.
So there is a possibility it could be something else later.
Sure. I wouldn't say in the near future, but.
Lord have mercy. Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, need a motion for request action on the site plan for 811 Tom Ginevra Avenue, Whitney Capital Company Acquisitions LLC, property owner, proposed use, addition to existing apartment complex.
Chairman, I'd like to make a motion for approval for staff recommendation with the additional condition of bringing the leasing office first floor up to ADA compliance, and you have to do the building codes and all that, so that I'm not even gonna mess with that.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Please cast your votes.
Voting is closed.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
Sir. Next item on the agenda is a consent calendar motion recommendation of City Council regarding the following items relating to easements, right-of-way, or other public facilities or interests. Easement vacation on 74 Westbrook Drive. Need a motion for this consent calendar.
Hennessy.
Second.
Have a motion and a second for approval of the consent calendar. Please cast your votes.
Voting is closed.
Motion passes. Last item on the agenda is the City Council action update. David?
Yeah, last month you all saw the Dutch Bros site plan and conditional use permit, and the conditional use permit was passed on to the City Council, who approved it, and I am looking forward to a second Dutch Bros location here in O'Fallon.
And my bill will be on your bill, right? Mayor?
Just let everybody know we are meeting on July 3rd, so we will be having a meeting on July 3rd. Okay.
Commissioner Nagar?
Thank you, Mike. Hey, I just wanted to remind everybody the City of O'Fallon, the Heritage and Freedom Festival is coming up July 4th weekend. The mayor will start off with a big parade in front of City Hall. There's always going to be fireworks at the fair, music, and fun for the whole family. Hope to see you guys there.
Thank you, Commissioner. Anyone else? Commissioner Seymour?
He's just waving to you.
You have anything? Okay. All right. Meeting's adjourned.